Hey, good morning, everyone. How are my fellow patriots today? I hope you all are doing amazing. Anybody happen to catch Lynn Wood's series of tweets last night? I don't know if this is the big storm that some people have been talking about, but holy cow. So here we have an attorney, a big name attorney, who has been in some huge cases, is involved in some huge cases, who understands defamation, who understands what it means to accuse people without any evidence, basically coming right out and saying that our SCOTUS has been compromised, our politicians have been compromised, celebrities have been compromised, that there are videotapes of them having sex with children and then murdering them. That there is video out there. Now, why he doesn't just drop the video for the whole world to see, I don't know. And I think that's frustrating for a lot of people. I've heard some people say, well, if he has this kind of evidence, he needs to take it to the authorities. And my question for you is, what authorities would that be? Where's he going to take it? Going to take it to the FBI? Compromised. Going to take it to the CIA? Compromised. Going to take it to the Department of Justice? Compromised. Going to take it to Washington, D.C. police, who last I heard are planning on taking as many patriots out as they possibly can on the 6th. Yeah, compromised. You know, whenever you have the whole mainstream media not only refusing to report the truth, but supporting falsehoods and lies, and you have big tech censoring the truth so it can never get out there, and you've got compromised politicians, compromised law enforcement. Eventually you get down to, praying to God, hoping that there are some folks high enough up in the military or whatever that are willing to stand up and fight for the truth. Because if we don't have some folks standing up to fight at this point, yeah, our republic is gone. It's gone. And I don't know how long we have once the republic is gone. I've talked about this before. Randy and I are on a 24-month plan. We are, doing everything in our power to amass everything that we need to be able to live as independently as possible, especially if, there is civil war type, guerrilla warfare, revolution type stuff happening. You got to be able to live. You got to be able to fight and protect your family and make it through. And there's so much going on, and depending on what your belief system is, if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian, do you believe that we're in the end times? Do you believe the Bible? Do you not? How are things interpreted? Lots of interesting stuff happening. Like, yeah, are we seeing New World Order? Is this biblical? Are we headed towards Armageddon? Are we in the end times? What about that rapture thing? Like, if we're this precipitously close to the end times, when's that rapture thing going to happen? I don't know. My personal sect of Christianity, I wish the rapture was accurate, but unfortunately, I personally do not believe that it is. I hope I'm wrong. I so hope and pray I am wrong. But some things just lead me to believe that, we are going to be here to fight it out. So, yeah, that's where we are. We are January of 2021, and the craziness of 2020 just continues right along. Like, things have not eased up at all as far as the crazy goes. I strongly encourage you, as I continue to do, if you are not someplace where you are going to be readily able to take care of yourself, if you are not someplace where you are living free, if you are someplace with mask mandates and business mandates and they have you shut down and you're seeing a lot of tyranny and a lot of oppression, that's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So, you have to really be able to take care of yourselves and your family and have a good action plan moving forward. I think the 6th is gonna be a big deal. I don't mean crazy, like I think something is gonna blow up, that day as far as all of our senators are going to, and Congress people are going to suddenly stand up and say, oh, look, we have all of this evidence of fraud and we need to redo the election. We all hope something like that happens. But really what I just mean is, as far as civil unrest goes, I spent some time over the weekend on following some folks, reading some of their tweets who are way on the other side, way deep on the other side. And everybody on the other side seems to concur that the DC police have pretty much been bought out, that they fully expect the DC police to get into some type of conflict with patriots that are there and to arrest them en masse. They're even telling like BLM and Antifa members and folks on their side, they're saying don't even go to DC because the DC police are going to handle the patriots. And I didn't just see that in a couple of places, I saw it in a lot of places. So it makes me think there might be some truth to that. And yeah, I just think it's all going to be a little crazy. And now you've got Lin Wood, dropping all these bombs right before, everything happens on the 6th. And it's just going to be interesting. I'm super disappointed in my own state senator, Tom Cotton. I will be writing him this afternoon and calling his office and letting them know how incredibly disappointed I am. But there is some talk that they have something on him. And I think a lot of these folks, whenever you see them especially flip-flop, or you see them just like John Roberts, just refusing to do their job, you know that like somebody got to him, right? Somebody got to him. So it's just going to be super interesting to see how this week shakes out. Man, if you are a person who follows the 17th letter or is even involved in any of those auxiliary patriot movements, there's a lot of scuttlebutt right now. There's a lot of information and disinformation and misinformation and psyop kind of stuff. And you really have to weed through it and, be careful, what you listen to, and especially careful what you repeat. I see things come out that are debunked within 20 minutes, and a day later, people are still sharing and spreading the misinformation. And that's not helpful to anybody. So just be really careful about what it is that you're repeating. Do your research thoroughly. Recognize that not everybody is who pretends to be good is really good. Not everybody who pretends to be knowledgeable is really knowledgeable. And, think for yourself. Like, that's really the biggest thing, is just think for yourself. And I am praying for some of these folks who are deep in. Lin Wood for sure has my prayers. I am just so hoping and praying that the reason that he dropped these tweets is because he's getting ready to unload. I really think at this point in time, that is truly what needs to happen. Like, they just need to put it out there. If there are videos of folks in prominent positions raping and murdering children, open it up. Just drop the bomb. And I was telling Randy this morning. Last year, it was around the time that a certain celebrity started getting really harassed about her tweets that seemed extremely pedophile friendly. And even a little bit before that. The mainstream media and celebrity outlets that support celebrities and help spread their gossip and propaganda and all that crap, started talking a lot about deepfakes. They kept talking about it and bringing it up, and how these deepfakes are so incredible that you really can't tell if it's really the person you're seeing in the video, or if it is just an incredibly well-faked video. That there is no way to tell the difference. And they were on this and harping on it, and I kept thinking, why do they keep bringing that up and talking about it? And I think it's exactly for times like this. I think they were trying to convince folks that you may see some video that looks like a Supreme Court justice raping and murdering a child, but it's not real. It's a deep fake from China. And I think that's where they made their mistake, was because they kept blaming it on China. And now we have all this evidence that all of our politicians, especially on the left, but quite a few on the right too, are in bed with China. And so that doesn't make sense. They would have been better off if they would have blamed these deep fakes on some other country, blame it on Russia, right? Because then it's our side that's creating these deep fakes because they come from Russia. But whenever you're going to blame it on China, and it's all over the news that y'all are in bed with China, including Joe Biden and his son, that they maybe weren't the right ones to blame it on. So I do believe there is video out there. I don't know if we'll see it, but I really believe at this point they may have to burn the whole thing down to save it. Like, release it all, drop it all, declassify it all, free Assange, free Snowden, like dump it all, and let us see what y'all really got and who is really truly the monsters in all this. This is definitely a battle of good and evil. There is no doubt about it. Good versus evil is where we are. And there are some monsters, some despicable, evil monsters. And some of them are godless on purpose, like the communists. And some of them are godless and pretend they're not. You're going to see a whole bunch of folks who proclaim to be Christians who are have done really bad, evil, disgusting things. And I think some folks are truly deceived. The Bible talks a lot about deception, and they are just truly deceived. And some are just outright evil. And, I guess that's for God to sort out, not us. But yeah, some things I think are going to be happening. And so that's what makes me a little bit nervous about the 6th, because I think some things are going to blow up in a really big way. Hope I'm wrong. Would love to be wrong. Would love to just see a smooth, true democratic process where, folks show up in DC to protest. Everything is nonviolent. There's enough people that our voices are heard, that the media would cover it fairly, that social media would cover it fairly, that the senators, congresspeople, everybody would step up and have an open and fair debate where everybody is truthful and honest. And we could, even if they say, look, we're not going to do anything about this election, but we understand going forward where we're at, and we all agree that there's issues, and we all agree to fix the issues before the next election. If there was any semblance of true working together, teamwork, democracy, desire to get the truth out there from all sides, that would be freaking awesome. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that's going to happen. It's not going to happen, but it would be nice. So that's all I have for y'all today. It was crazy. If y'all haven't seen those Linwood tweets, you need to check them out. I am thoroughly surprised that Twitter has not censored him. That is blowing my mind. I can't quite figure that one out. It's like, something is not right here. Because y'all normally shut that stuff down. And especially since it is tied in some ways to QAnon conspiracies. And they have vowed to eradicate QAnon from the face of the earth, because God forbid anybody should do research on their own or think for themselves. I'm very surprised those tweets are still standing. They've been up there long enough, though, at this point, that if they do get taken down, there will be screenshots everywhere. So, just watch out for that. My last thing today, probably most of you will not make it far enough in to hear this, but I'll be talking about it more. We have decided to open up a Patreon account. There are some things that we want to talk about that the way it works is you charge a fee for that content, and it's not, in my mind, it's not to make money off of that content. It's because if you want to talk about things that are better spoken about behind closed doors, so to speak, so you do not get censored, trolls are not going to pay to watch you just so they can turn you in. Trolls will not pay. So it's, so that your followers, your tribe, your folks, and you can have true open conversations without the fear of being censored. So that's why we're going to do that. It will be coming soon. I will be working on that in my very little spare time. And yeah, that's where we are. So I hope y'all are having an amazing day so far. I wish you all a great week. I will try and get at least 1 or 2 more videos out this week. I do have a little bit of a crazy week, but I'll see what I can fit in, and I will catch you on the next one.